this again. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. I am so sorry. I am not sure why um, the videos are like spinning. I called today and they told me like my upload and everything was good. But obviously it is not. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so welcome to the Stamp with Ann community. I am sorry, this is take 3. Let's hope this one works. We're gonna be quick. So tonight I am showcasing a scrapbook page. So each week, let me start this over. So welcome to the Stamp with Ann community. My name is Ann Granger. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I'm excited to be with you. Tonight, each week, I pick a product of the week and I come live to you, showcasing you that product. On Monday nights, we create a scrapbook page, and on Wednesday nights, we do a card class to go. Tonight, I am showcasing the Painted Illusion 12 by 12 paper. This is part of our Product of the Month program, which started in December 2025. Each month, Stampin' Up! Releases a new product that you can get for that you can purchase during the month while supplies last when you add it to your cart. So here in Canada, that threshold is $100. When you reach $100, you can add the $5 product to your cart. So whatever your market would be the value. When I first saw this paper, I thought it was really cute. It's really whimsical. And it definitely reminds me of the ocean. So tonight I'm going to show you how to make a scrapbook page. And then on Wednesday night, I'm going to show you how to make a card class to go. We're going to create 4 cards. And I went very whimsical birthday theme for my cards. And then once this video is done and it finishes processing, I will upload it. And all the measurements for today's projects will be up on my blog, which is right here. All right, so tonight, if you know me, you know I love sketches. So tonight we are using a sketch that I found on Pinterest. I just searched for a sketch and I thought this was a really neat idea. I loved how the squares were and I loved how it showcased the photos. So as I was starting in the second video, this is the third take for this video tonight, is that we started with the pattern and I just had started to put them down and then I was going to show you how to finish it. I am just going to keep rolling and hope that this video goes through. I'm not sure what's going on. I was on 2 hours today on the phone with my internet provider and they told me that everything is good. So if this doesn't work, I will be calling them back and asking them to come out and do some checks because they told me I had good upload and download speed. All right, so as you can tell in my sketch, I have 3 different patterns. When I first started creating my page, I actually went with a 3x3 photo, like a 3x3 square, but it was almost too big. I couldn't get them across, so I ended up going 2.5 by 2.5. And as you can see, I have my squares like this. So I just did 3 different patterns. I went with the greeny blue one. And then this one is this page here, and I just cut them into squares, but I love it because it looks very like nautical to me. It looks almost like scales on a mermaid. This just reminds me of the ocean, and I thought these were fun, just like things you might see around there. So each one is 2.5 by 2.5, and what I did was I picked 3 different patterns, and I just followed the way the sketch was to create those patterns. So we're going to go ahead and adhere them down. And as I said to you, this video will be up on my blog. So hopefully we are good, and that YouTube will cooperate tonight. It's very frustrating when you're doing a video and then it drops halfway through. Anyways, we'll keep working on it. We will definitely, something has changed. I'm not sure what that is, but we will keep working on it. All right, so I'm just laying those squares down. You know that I've always told you that I like to, I like to lay my patterns down first and then tape, because you don't want to start taping and realize you don't have enough space. So as I said, this week we are using the Painted Illusions. I just checked before I came on the video to make sure that it was still working, and it is still working, that it's still available, and it was. So we'll just wanted to also remind you that product of the week is while supplies last. So not product of the week, product of the month is while supplies last. I hope you had a great Monday. Today is Monday, February, oh my gosh, what is it, 23rd? 23rd, can you believe that? We're almost through the month of February. Where did it go? I was saying in my first video or second video that it's snowy here. It's very cold and windy. Where Mother Nature is definitely teasing us. We've had very mild days where you feel like, oh, the snow is melting. You get out your running shoes and wear it, but then you're like, oh no, then it's rainy, it's cold, it's everything in between. So yeah, not fun. So hopefully we're supposed to get some 5 centimeters of snow. So hopefully this is the last of it. And what's that saying? It goes in, March comes in like a lion or goes out like a lamb or vice versa. So we will see what happens. All right, here is my photo mats. These are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I am just going to lay them like that. And as you can see, I'm just kind of following the photo placements of there. Okay. And if you're here, let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate you stopping by tonight. I do have another page to share with you afterwards. Yesterday I had my team meeting, so I am the leader of the Stamp to Create team here in Canada. And we had our monthly team gathering. I don't like to call them meetings. I like to call them gatherings because I think they're really fun. And Jane, each month I do like a star stamper of the month. So I pick like a mystery stamp. And then I ask the person, whoever wins it, that they create a project with it. They have to create 5 projects and then bring it back for us for the next month. And Jane was our winner from last month, and I'll show you what she did. And when I saw the page, I was like, oh my gosh, can I share that page with my customers tomorrow night? And she said, yes. So thanks, Jane, for letting me share. All right. So I actually, when I first was creating my page, I actually had Lost Lagoon down. And I liked Pretty Peacock better. The photo mats popped out on the page more than the Lost Lagoon. And these are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so they'll fit perfectly for a 4 by 6 photo. As I was saying, my page tonight is designed thinking that my daughter, who is adventurous and loves the ocean and loves hiking, always sends me really cute pictures of like jellyfish and seashells. So I thought this would be a good page to call Ocean View. I have already cut our letters out. You can see that I've got them here. I cut them out in Pretty Peacock, and I used the Alphabet La Mode dies. These are in our annual catalog, and you can find them there. They're great for creating your own titles, and they're nice font size. So we are just going to, the title is actually up here, but I'm going to put my title down here in the bottom. I was kind of playing around with it, and I thought, you know what, I could use maybe my journaling will go up here. When you are scrapbooking, you should always like write who, where, what you were doing, just because you know, I know when we look at that photo, we'll be like, oh, I remember that. We were at that beach doing that. But in 20 years, we might not remember what that was. So that's why we should always tell the story. And what what we're trying to capture is that in 20 years, when someone looks at this page, they will be able to feel that emotion of what you were telling. I have some friends who really do a beautiful job with scrapbooking, and that is my goal, to get my photos off my phone. My daughter was like, oh my gosh, Mom, you have way too many photos on your phone. I'm like, I know. I need to dedicate some time. You know what? I'm just going to turn this sideways. I need just to put my pictures down here. I need to dedicate some time where I'm just like, oh, that's not what I want. Okay, you know what? I'm going to raise up my camera a little bit. So give me a minute here, so you can see it more. I think that should be good. Okay, let me just make sure. Can you see that view better? I might just have to move this up a bit. Okay, I think that might be better. I forget how much the arm actually sticks out, right? Okay, let me just play with that for a minute in the view here and then see if that works. I find I have a really good setup when I have my cards, like when I'm doing cards with scrapbooking. It's just that much. You need that view to be a little bigger, a little taller. Let me see here. I just need to make it up a little bigger. I don't want to be too big, tall, because then you won't be able to see it. Oh, maybe that's it. Okay, let me see. Sideways. Sorry, guys. I think, oh, there's a better view. Sometimes I like to be up closer, but okay. So I thought I would, when I was searching for title names, I went on to Pinterest and I just typed in ocean or beach titles for scrapbooking and came up with a whole bunch of suggestions. But I like this one, Ocean Views, and I thought this would be a great one because I could do like a picture of the ocean. I know there's a picture my daughter sent me. She was in Oregon, in Portland, Oregon, and she has like a beautiful picture of like a jellyfish and then like in the water, and then I could show the view of the water too, which I think will be really nice. So I think that will be fun. Another tip I learned actually, I purchased the scrap. Okay, so I'm actually going to start gluing, and I really should use adhesive things, but I never remember to do that. I purchased the, what is it called? The scrapbooking retreat that Stampin' Up did last summer, and I purchased it after the fact. So I'm kind of like treating myself like every other weekend and doing like a couple layouts. And one of the things I actually learned from them was they pop up their photo mats, which I thought was really interesting. And all the layouts they were doing, they were popping it up. So I mean, there's no right or wrong. You can pop them up, you can lay them flat, you could pop up the picture if you wanted to add that little bit of more dimension. Just thought that was really cool. Now I could add like some grunge, I could add like some more like sponging. I kind of wanted to keep my layout clean because I wanted to focus on the patterns in the paper and also my the pictures that I will be sharing. So there's ocean, and we're just going to spell views. And then as I said, when I actually go to journal, that's my goal. Like I really need to start attending some scrapbooking crops, or just be like, okay, Saturday afternoon, I'm going to spend like a couple hours working on my albums. And I think that's what I need to start doing. Or like a Friday night. That's a good way to end the week, right? Come in your craft room, listen to some music, and go from there. Okay. Is to print pictures. I need to do that. So I need to start doing more of that. I would love to know, do you create your pages and then add your pictures, or do you have like pictures in mind and then create your pages? I think there's no right or wrong. You can do it either way. I knew when I was like looking at this pattern paper and I saw this sketch and I was like, oh, and it just reminded me, it was so whimsical that I was like, oh, it reminds me of the ocean. Like just the colors in the ocean, like this could be like coral. I was like, you know what? I know my daughter has some really good ocean pictures. So I was like, I'm going to do that. I live through her travel when she sends me her photos. Okay. So set that there for a minute, let that dry. Okay. So there is our layout for tonight, literally quick and easy, but you know what? Sometimes scrapbook layouts don't need to be like overpowering and a lot. You know, like you can do it as simple, you can do it as avid as you want, and a little bit in between. As I said, I really wanted to just focus on the fun patterns, but the pictures. So like I said, I have a picture of the ocean, and I know she has one where she has like a jellyfish. So I think that will be fun. And then I will journal like where she was, what ocean and things like that. I think that will be really fun. And then just her feelings, like how she was feeling that day. Like I know a lot of people say they love the ocean because it's so soothing. I actually listen to an app called Insight Timer when I'm falling asleep, or I just need to be like, you know, just take a moment for a breather, and I always listen to the ocean waves. I just find it so soothing. And I know when we're like on holidays and we're by the ocean, I love like listening to the leaving your like patio screen opening and listening to the sound of the waves clashing. It's very, very soothing. So yeah, so all right. There is our page tonight, a quick and easy one showcasing the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. That is our product of the month for February. As of right now here in the Canadian market, it was still available. So that was good. And you can add it to your cart. So when you are shopping in any country that Stampin' Up sells, you will see a bar graph, kind of like a bar that will tell you when you're getting closer to the threshold. So here in Canada, it's $100 before shipping and taxes. Then it'll say you qualified for product of the month. Make sure you hit add to cart, because if you don't add it, you're not going to get it. So you need to add it to your cart in order to receive it. And then that way it will come in your order. And also just want to remind you that if you still have like bonus day coupons or rewards, it would be a great time to use them up and get this paper. Just remember, you've got to be before 100 before shipping and taxes. All right, so that is our scrapbook layout for tonight. So if I bring that sketch back in, you can see we did a pretty good job at following it. And a sketch is just kind of like the foundation. It just gives you an idea for a base, right? Like, so I could have turned it this way. It just kind of gives you that starting point if you're stuck. Usually when I create, I do go to sketches. I love puzzles. I love doing puzzles. I find them very therapeutic. So when I go to create, I always go for a sketch because I think it's just a puzzle waiting to be solved, but only with paper, ink, and stamps. So that is our page for tonight, but I do want to show you another page that my team member Jane made. So I had given her, her name was entered in for a draw, and she earned I don't know what it's called. It's the tulip bundle that's in the stamp set, in the January to April catalog. So she got the tulip stamp set, and then she had to create 5 projects, and she did a fabulous job on it. And she's like, oh, I created a scrapbook page. And I was like, that page looks really familiar. And she's like, it is, because I cased your idea that you did last week with your nature walk. She goes, the only thing she didn't do was she didn't put a strip. So this is my team and I. We were in Raleigh, North Carolina last year for Onstage, which, oh my God, was so much fun. So what she did was she took that paper. So you saw that paper I used in mine. She created it. She used a 4x6 for her, she used a pretty peacock, and then she put 4x6 photos, and then she brought in this spotlight on nature dies, and she said, good days ahead. She did a strip here, and she did another strip there, but she actually added some dots onto this strip, and then she brought in some tulips, because it was spring down in Raleigh, and it was nice and warm. And that's what she did. So I just thought, what a neat idea to show you 2 different ways of using the Painted Illusion Designer Series paper. So thanks for letting me share, Jane. So this was my team. There was, I think we had 10 of us last year, and then this was all the Canadians that were at the Onstage event. So we got our pictures, and it was what a moment, because we actually started singing "Oh Canada," and everybody stopped and just sat there and watched us and joined in. It was such a beautiful moment. So let's just do a quick recap. Tonight we are using the Painted Illusion Designer Series paper, actually this week. So this video, when it's done, it will take 24 hours to process and upload. I will upload this scrapbook page to my blog. And it will have the measurements so that you can go recreate it. And then it will also have this video so that you can watch the video as we create. Now, it's a pretty simple layout this week, but that's okay. And maybe you're thinking, you know what, Ann? I'm not sure if I want a notion. That's okay. You could totally use this. You could do Christmas paper. You could do birthday paper. You could do masculine paper. You can use this layout for anything. I think this would be really fun as a Christmas layout. You can do like Christmas morning, the stockings were hung. You got your pictures. You don't have to do 4x6s. You could do like smaller, but you could do a 4x6 and maybe two 3x4s. You could totally do whatever. Hello, Carol from New Brunswick. How are you tonight? I hear New Brunswick is getting hit with a snowstorm. I have family out in the East Coast, and I follow a lot of the stores out. I follow like a few pages out in the East Coast, and they said they are closing early due to the storm. Oh my gosh, my favorite store is the Wheatons. Oh, I love that store. I wish they had one here in Ontario. Sorry. So, as I said, I will upload this video. It will be on my blog probably towards, I'm not for sure if I have time tomorrow night. If not, it'll be like Thursday. Yeah, you're getting snow and wind. I heard that. It's windy here, and it's light snow, but we are supposed to get 5 centimeters in the next couple of days. So hopefully that's it for Mother Nature. I'm ready to move on to spring and warmer weather and to get rid of all the sickness. Oh my gosh, I'm just so tired of it. Anyways, so make sure you set your alarms and join me for Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be showing you a card class to go featuring the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. We will be making 4 cards, and those cards are very whimsical and birthday themed. And if you're here in Canada and you were to place an order in my online store, so the easiest way is stampwithann.com, click shop now. You will qualify for the card kit to go. I will package everything up and mail it to you. I can only mail to my Canadian friends, but if you are international, watch for the PDF to be up on my blog in the next week or so. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It looks like this video was good to go. I will put all the links and everything underneath. If you're, also make sure you subscribe for my newsletter. My newsletter, you guys are the first ones to find out what the product of the week is. So you guys are the first ones to find out Monday morning what my product of the week is. Then that information is all on my blog. And then on Sunday, I give you a recap email that shows you the links to the videos so you don't have to go search them. They're just right in your inbox. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. Stay safe if you're in a snowstorm. Happy crafting. And I will see you guys on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.